Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Still checking the audio's working. Let's get back into it.
In the past, I've shared the company of others that moved outside traditional paths. But this band of folks is by far the most exotic.
You looked at me as you said that. What are you trying to say, Sky?
Actually, you took it the wrong way around. You seem a bit more conventional than, say, Wildflower or Zoo.
The Guardian says that everyone hides a part of themselves, that they don't always look like what they really are.
I certainly hope that...
Look, I didn't mean to say... Something's on you. Of course, I was just thinking about things. Gal richly deserved his death, but I'm not sure I ever really expected it to happen. I feel fine, but determined. Our work isn't done, but we've taken a small step by removing that stain upon the Empire's honor. Gao's slavers took my daughter, Pin Mei, and I was able to follow them. Fortunately, they didn't cover their tracks. I chased them down, trying to reach her. I was too late. Pin Mei was spirited, and I'm sure she fought them. I believe they decided she was too much trouble and killed her. 5 years old, and they ran her through. I found her dead by the roadside and stopped my pursuit. By the time I cared to continue my chase, the slavers were long gone. It's fine, thank you for... But why dwell on this? Gao is dead, and perhaps Pin Mei has found some peace. That's what really matters. That and what we still have to accomplish. You're right, but we have... Always have...
Prosperous tidings. What can humble Ho do to assist you today? Like many things in my life, it can be traced back to very bad luck on my part. As I mentioned once before, I was a master of the drunken master style. I was the tournament champion in Phoenix Gate when things spun out of control. My need for wine took its toll on my body. There are long periods I don't even remember. After one such period, I came to, having lost most of my clothes and all my money. I was destitute, and without the ability to buy more wine, I couldn't even fight. Eventually, I found work cleaning out creature cages at the local arena. One day, I was approached by a man who remembered seeing me fight. He offered to sponsor me. Just like that, I was back in the ring. After climbing my way back to the top of the tournament, my sponsor told me it was time to fulfill my end of the bargain. Apparently, the agreement stipulated that I must marry his niece. If only I had read the agreement more closely, I could still be shoveling dirt in the creature cages. Alas, fate had a crueler path in mind for me. Let that be a lesson for you. Always read... Perhaps in a little while. Memories... As you...
What? What do you want? What are you asking me for? I'm looking forward to getting to the Imperial City. They've got the cheapest wine and all the Nah.
That's it! You have everything...
I am honored that you have chosen me.
See if I can get that training from this way.
You're crazy. Times have never been better.
Yeah, damn, you've never been
Yeah,
there.
get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing.
Sipasayer ki unir, Quanurk Shinronis. Sayer Sankut Noka o Napar Aquaifan u Nakwayer Kosuayer. Ukira Onuyuir Napayer, wo Quayer Shapshir fan Onu Yusayer I. Woyak.
Hello, hello. Don't think I'm ungrateful. The dam is closed and the town is... A very...
I never thought I'd be glad to be back here, but I am.
Yes, yes, Minister Sheng is properly grateful that you were able to free the peasants. You truly are a... More importantly, you destroyed the pirates who plagued Minister Sheng's administration of this town. Hello.
Oh,
A very...
so that's the thing about him, though. She's gonna say.
Always. Yes, I know. It is good that you have come to me. You deserve to learn to control the earth, but you must also learn that the stone can never truly be controlled. It is the only way you will learn the true secrets of Stone Immortal. Good. This will not be an easy test, but I suspect you are...
Legendary strike. Ice shot. Legendary strike.
Well done. Very few can withstand Stone Immortal. Only those who understand the world around them, in fact. You understand your place, and yet you are not afraid to use your strength when it is required. As I said. Don't mind me. I was just thinking out loud. Students of your caliber are rare. Don't mind him. Men become temperamental at his age. Here, let me teach you to coax the earth to do your bidding. Only your there, you have it. It was an honor to teach what I could. I am not the instructor, Master Jian. Remember to remain true to the high path. The earth only serves those who know their place among all things. Indeed. Shall we meet again next year, Jiang? You have made that proclamation every year for 2 decades. Those teeth must be frightfully long by... Until next year.
Aha! When I saw that airship flying off from the island, I figured the best thing was to come back here. I knew you'd come back and see me, because I dropped you off at the pirate camp, you killed some pirates, I got drunk, you killed more pirates, and I took a nap. We are an unstoppable team, my friend. Do you know that all this adventuring and such has shamed me? I find myself dwelling on memories. Nonsense. People say that all the time, but they don't really mean it. You clearly do not understand how complex life can be. Why, if I just... Well, then she'd make me get up before midday. I'd pull the barge and ride the river all day. Then I'd come home to a house full of... Yes, it does sound nice. Even worth giving up the wine for. But it's not that easy. I suppose that's true. I did get you up the river when nobody else... Thank you, my friend. I am going to get sober. Find some poor unfortunate woman and...
Don't bother me. I may be a beggar, but I'm on my break right now.
You. I have no time for those who do not understand strength.
I don't think there's anything more. Sub 5. Yeah, that's it.
Hello? It's not much of a story, really. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my... He taught me to slow my movements and really focus. Let's see what I...
A customer, yes? Indeed, indeed, indeed. Yes, yes, and yes.
What an odd little man.
dam is closed, the pirates are gone, and life is... Everybody else was all doom and gloom. Some even wanted to leave the town, but not me. I knew every...
Welcome back to Chuman's Woodcrafts. I still don't have... It's a shame my business is struggling so much. I really am a fine craftsman, but... With the dam closed and the economy picking up, I had hoped my customers would pay off their debts to me. But... And if they don't pay me, I can't afford the raw materials to make my woodwork. No. A noble offer, but I must refuse. Prospects... You might be right. I'm a fine craftsman, but I'm not much for business. I extend credit too easily, and a noble offer. A good thing. It's an uncomfortable topic. No, I'm nobody. You don't want to talk to me. With the dam... No.
Gotta be something. Other questions.
I'm Chuman the Craftsman. Nobody important. Just a simple merchant of fine woodwork items. A merchant with the dam closed and the economy picking. And if they don't pay... Farewell.
That doesn't start anything. Oh, well.
That's it. I think we're waiting around for nothing. We have... I found my way to Tien's Landing quite by accident. A very big accident. A few wealthy merchants lost some, property, and I almost lost my hat and my head. Gao the Greater heard about my inventions and bribed some officials to effect my release. I thought I had found a nice rich benefactor, but I was locked away in his lair. He gave me a nice workshop, but he really was a fool. I showed him my wind map. It shows where I've been, not where I'm going, I think. I made it on my journey to, here, but I don't quite remember where I was traveling from. It seems to me I left something, a clue for my... Well, let's see then. It must lead... Keep an eye out. I don't know why my tracks were covered, but I do tend to incur the occasional death threat. The craters are This looks familiar. Keep going. I have the urge to build something. There are memories in the route we are flying. Keep going. I see patterns, schematics. Keep going. I'll hammer it out. Almost there. Just a few more pieces to figure out.
And away we go. Wahoo!
Our flight was great fun. Lots of explosions. But what does it mean? I think it's a clue. I hid something in my head because I was going to lose my memory, I think. One thing for certain, there was no destination. We ended where we began. The route was the important part. It's, I'm not sure what it is, but it has a lever on it that is begging to be pulled. Here we go. And nothing. Right? We're not dead. I need some time to think, to get my brain straightened out. This is most... Well, of course. Good, good. My beautiful dragon. More dodging, less catching.
Huzzah.
Have you seen anyone matching the description? The Lotus Assassins are getting impatient.
They were very vague and wouldn't answer my questions. Are they even sure of who they are looking for?
Does it matter? Death's Hand himself seeks this one. Do you need any more incentive than that? Just question everyone. This person apparently caused a lot of damage in the south. Here, what about this one? At least it's a man, like they said. You, identify yourself.
By order of the Emperor and the Lotus Assassins.
We are questioning everyone who has arrived in the city recently. You bear a resemblance to someone we are looking for.
I don't know. The young looks, the tunic is similar as well.
We could hold him anyway. It's not a good match, but the Lotus Assassins would leave us be for a...
Is there a problem here, Captain? Well, is there?
No, Princess Leanne. We were questioning this traveler by order of the Lotus Assassins.
There is no need to pursue this questioning any further. You may go.
My apologies, Princess, but I was ordered to detain anyone even...
Captain, this man is here on a personal matter of mine that does not concern you. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Then unless you wish to be transferred to the wall, you will leave and continue your search. Well, we meet again. I've watched your progress. It seems I underestimated you in Tian's Landing. I have no doubt that you will make as much of an impact on the Imperial City. No guise, I assure you. You have the honor of addressing Princess Leanne, the Heavenly Lily. It is, as you can see, customary to bow in my presence. Your explanation lies in the simple bow you have given. Everyone around me kowtows low, obeying my whims. Honest opinion is rare. That is why I often travel without official escort and occasionally present myself as someone less bridled by the rules of the court. You understand why I don't go into detail here in the street, don't you? That would be best. I trust the servants I keep, but this is best discussed away from the open street. I will not speak the location aloud. Take this note. We will meet nearby, but I must have a moment to acquire more fitting attire. I have no doubt. I have questions for you. Don't be too long. My message concerns your...
It would not have been proper for her to award it to you herself, but Princess Sun Lian requests that you accept this gift. She looks forward to your next meeting.
The Imperial City. I'd always heard how impressive it was. Stories didn't do it justice. This is all so much to absorb. I would appreciate your counsel if you have time to... I don't mean to distract you. I just wanted someone familiar around me. I have long dreamed of reaching the Imperial City, but now that I have, under these circumstances, I am more overwhelmed than ever.
Well, I'm so glad to be so close to you. We're so close.
But that's what is bothering me. We can't be along with... I can no longer say that what I see is strange or foreign, because I have lost what I would have compared... I suppose that is a reflex of mine. I cannot be As a child, I was marked by ill omens, apparently named for them. I was watched, studied. If someone's ox died within a season of me, how do you deal with being able to sense the spirit world when... I cannot change who I am, I know, but I do feel that you have given me a strength I did. We should continue this discussion. The Imperial... Don't...
I trust your plans go well, despite the dangers you face and inflict. Is there something I can do for you? That is an old wound. My departure from the Lotus Assassins was not gentle for either side. My immediate companions, those who were my brothers, fell by my hand.
Lim was not among them. He would have died if he was. I was labeled as the one who deserted, and I am occasionally recognized. The result is always the same. Another death, more blood spilled. Such a waste for a hatred they cannot even understand. Regret. I have no regret for killing anyone. Strength is the way of things, and death is the end, or should be. Some do not respect either. They have enough of one to defy.
There is a place for the Enforcer, the man or woman who brings death to those who have earned or otherwise deserve it. I consider that to be an honest calling.
I did some harsh things while with the Lotus Assassins, but they no longer follow a path I recognize. They are a mirror of Death's hand, and he embodies corruption. You will see as you get close to him. He draws out the world. You have no concept of... For now, you should continue your search for a means to reach the palace.
What? What? Too much talking and thinking can be dangerous. I should know. I remember one cold winter I took a job clearing rats from a local monastery. I was supposed to make sure the pests stayed out of the sacred pools, but I convinced the monks to give me some of their sacred wine, and I filled the sacred pools. I figured if I could get the rats drunk, they'd be so much easier to catch. Nothing happened at first, so I helped myself to the wine. I passed out. It was just the rats. The poor furry buggers were just trying to get warm near the monks' fires after their swim in the wine. Not a good combination. The monks wanted me gone. I might have deserved the blame, but the abbot insisted it was a sign from... What?
Always happy. I haven't been to the Imperial City in a while. I traveled here some time ago in my hunt for Gao. In fact, this is where the hunt began. I've come full circle, and I think it's time to let go of the past. More pressing and more dangerous. What? In my heart, I know my daughter rests as easily as any spirit now. Whatever happens, I have that. And if we succeed, I know she finds peace. If I could go back, I don't know if I would. I'm a different man now, and while I treasure the past, I look forward to the future with the same warmth. Never. You left out the part about accumulating vast sums of ill-gotten silver. I'm excited to be back in the city. It feels like we're... You brought us to this point after all. Who else could have gathered this crew or found such a quick way out of Tien's Landing? How do you manage that kind of humility? It's good to see you still have a sense of humor. Some people mistake dry and boring for humble, and that's simply no fun. Regardless, we have... Let's go see...
I can't believe my luck. I arrive home after being lost, only to find that my wife has gone off to visit relatives. I am very happy indeed. Instead of dying upon my return home, I am free. Until she returns, of course. You're beginning to sound like my wife. Where were you last night? Why were you talking to that woman? Why do you smell like a goat? Always with the question. As I mentioned earlier, after becoming tournament champion for the second time, I was forced to marry my sponsor's nubile niece. She is the My disapproving dove did not care for my drinking, or for my friends, or my fighting, or my friends fighting. She believed I should settle. At first I ignored her rebukes and continued fighting, but I soon learned that she was not a woman to be crossed. Prior to one fight, my duplicitous Daisy drugged my wine. I don't remember much. I spent the next several months under the tender ministrations of my doting wife. As to why I became a bondmaster, well, it's a hard thing. Not now. As...
Ah, excellent. I have many items just waiting for you.
Dang.
technically I can buy that anytime.
What a wondrous flyer you have. You don't see any of that design about the city. Allow me to officially welcome you to the Imperial City. I am Bai, the Outcrier. It would be an honor to say that I aided someone who was greeted by Princess Sun Lian herself. There are several districts within easy walking distance. This area is the Market District, and it is filled with all sorts of merchants and traffic. If you cross the waterway and turn left, you will soon come to the Gate of the Golden Way, a rich and luxurious place. The Golden Way is connected to both the Scholar's Garden at its far end and the Necropolis, though no one would venture into those burial grounds without good reason. Just over there is the Imperial Arena, where you can test your skills in the finest competition in the land, or grab a drink at the heart of the Empire Tavern within. Out by the waterway you can find the city gates and all manner of merchants hawking their wares. There's also a path up the Market District that leads up to the Black Leopard School, home to an ancient order that studies the ways of combat.
put a lidocaine patch on your own back. Sucks.
The Scholar's Garden is a wonder to behold. It is decorated with rocks taken from the Valley of Sprightly Stones. The finest minds in the Empire congregate in the garden. If you have a taste for history, the necropolis is accessible from the Golden Way as well, a city of the... If you were wise, you would not look for the Lotus Assassins. They keep their secrets close, and even spreading rumors can catch their... How many travelers wander too close to their lair? There are rumors of a secret entrance into a fortress the Lotus Assassins call their own. The entrance may be in the necropolis, which is off. If you're smart, you'll...
My blades are yours to command.
Emperor Sunhai is a great man. Without him, the Empire would still be living in a drought.
Good day, citizen. It's the Honorable Lotus Assassins, you see. They feel that those of us dedicated to the Imperial... Any member of the army, even city guard, is expected to defer any major disturbances to them. Makes me about as... This area is known as the Market District. Predictably, on the north side of the district is the Imperial Arena. The heart of the Empire Tavern in the upper level is a nice place to relax. What else? Oh, yes. There's the Black Leopard School up on... I'm afraid not. Next thing you know, he's arrested for threatening the security of the Empire with... Be about your...
Ok wiwu Ophir.
Must be plot items. Weird.
That's why my men brought you to me. I wanted to finish this personally.
But I...
Don't even try to make this better. You should have won that fight, Zhang, but you suddenly developed that blind spot, didn't you? Did the glint of silver get in your eye?
Joe, honest...
You needed something for to witness one?
Yes, I need to speak with you in private. It seems Warrior Zhang has decided...
I'm finished here. If you're here to fight... You couldn't see for yourself? I was just retired from the Imperial Arena. Guess my spot in the roster is yours if you want it. Go. He's always upstairs in the third room over or so, and looking for new blood. I'm taking what I have left from...
You? Look at you. Betting's only open when there's a match on, and... Right now, it doesn't. And don't ask how it works when a match is on. Kui the promoter's your man if you're in. Good, you do that.
Welcome! It's always good to see a new face at the counter. If you've got silver... I'm known as Thunderous Tauren, and you are my most honored... You look like a warrior to my eye, probably not fit. The man to see is named Kui the Promoter. Might even be looking for a new body to fill out the roster. You look like a warrior. Stop by again. Miniature Ravager hoods for the kids are
To be sure to save it.
In 3 years of traveling, I never found a place more lively than the heart of the Empire.
Ukir okir wo napiair ukir sotiwi. Po wo the soso ukair otonoe. Otonair sada ukir kikir usai. Ukair otonoe nisun puno asir sunkut. Po wo the soso yai sisairi furt was air napsan. Po wo the soso yai ukair otonoe nisun nano wo nawaftata sini ukir wo ipsoko aniro sunsir sair on nikufunir aknat nir sawir pika
This is some of the lightest duty in the Empire.
How dare you! If you must know, I, Lustful Lao, conqueror of the female kingdom, was emanating my yang. You don't see my brimming knowledge of the 232 points of pleasure, as documented by Menshi Zhao, the salacious scholar? Or that I perform the stretches outlined in the writings of the now disbanded lascivious order of the abbotless monks every morning? If even these simple things are beyond...
Either grab a table or ask the tavern keeper directly if you want to order.
This place is always so busy. No wonder they call it... I'm glad I'm not one of those girls always fawning all over the...
I should be getting home to see my...
Leave me alone.
I was wondering if you'd wander over here to test your luck. It's hard to resist the rat. I run the straightest dice in the Imperial City. Good odds and fair play. A simple enough game called high-low. You predict how you'll roll against my toss and double your coin if you're right. You'll catch on. That's what I was waiting to hear. So, high it is. Let's see how they fall, shall we? Not enough spin on the wrist to best my roll, it seems. Don't... What's it? That... High it is. Let's... You called it right. What say we... You...
If you're here to play, talk to Daoshin.
Get out of my kitchen.
I love the challenge of... special orders.
I hear Kui the Promoter's got some new types of fights lined up.
Sorry, big boy. I'm not open for business. Judge Fang's got... Unless you're into something twisted, then he might want to watch. Fang's always looking... My name is Gentle Breezes, but everyone just calls me Breezes now. I guess you lose your gentle side when you spend too many nights with Judge Fang. Fang's my benefactor, if you know what I mean. I do all the things that make him happy. I hate him. He's a vile, repulsive deviant. He likes to hurt. When things are bad, a man like that leaves scars. Look, I've been around. I know people do strange. There's no act too brutal or shameful for Judge Fang. He's into all... I've thought about quitting. Every night. But I heard what happened to the last girl who tried to leave Fang. He's not the kind of man you just walk away from. He sees me as a possession. His possession. I'm stuck with Judge Fang until he's tired of me. I've come to accept that. Fang's head of the Ministry of Harmony, so he controls taxes and executions across the Empire. That makes him a very rich and powerful man. Even the Lotus Assassins are wary of Judge Fang. Probably because they know he's just as vile and corrupt as they are. All the rumors about him are true. He's the most infamous degenerate in the Imperial City. Good.
Okay, I can do this. I can pick a winner.
Another pathetic gawker here to bask in the glory that is Iron Soldier, the Silver Division champion? Questions? And please, don't bother. Things aren't done that way here.
I bet you really haul in the...
Ook knick-knack i kärlek.
They don't actively try to sour everyone's day for their own
Just leave me alone.
Thawir nis tu kuiruk. Ayer fun. Sair wu nisir tintina yewir. Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowe na wafta tasiruk. On. Ook sair caritas funir sisair furk tatasir. Karanos sak. Wo panaro wo sawir tatasi ni was sunir prawun. Wo sawir kokonatoy. Tir nik puntuir. Poir nokauk. Sair takitir noni. Uxier watuafu niye froto us.
You go away. Sungbu.
I'm sorry? You would speak with the Sung... Why not bother someone like hapless Han? He's always willing to waste time with the spectators.
Cast the stones, brother. The 6 triangles of port...
Did they really? Well then, it seems my brother and the Fates would encourage you to participate in the...
Intolerable. One more mistake, Kui, and I'll have you retired. Finding someone else is your problem.
But...
Enough! Find a solution and leave me alone.
This is not an approbate time to... Wait a moment. You have the look. You must be here to join the most glorious contest in the Empire. Isn't it fortunate that Lucky Cho and I were just discussing...
The fighters here are skilled, but you would fare better than many of them.
Come with me a moment, and we'll engagitate in some dissertation about the best decision you'll ever make. This is turning out to be an excellent day. Most ostentatious indeed. I apologize if I'm using words beyond your grasp. Very few people... Strong build, good shoulders, not half bad looking either. The question is, can you fight? I've heard that you were asking around and talking to some of our best and brightest. What say we get you signed up for the greatest... That's the spirit of... I've heard that one before. Have you any idea how many board students peramputate down here from... Think of something that would sound engaging. Silver Phoenix. Silver Phoenix. Conjure. Then that is what you shall have. Come and tell. Since you're new, you'll start in the qualifying rounds. One of it.
We're all one big
You're a big. As you can see, they all... For your first match, we'll start you off against a mighty ogre. Even our great champions start out against the ogre. Take Raging Ox, who danced around the beast singing drunkenly to earn the crowd's favor, or the Ravager, who defeated him in a single blow. I should take a moment and explain the... I like to keep things simple and organized. Any other way, and things get more convoluted than the celestial court on the Emperor's birthday. When you're ready for your match, ask me about it, and I'll give... Various enchantments woven in this place keep the fights from being deadly, but they're no less real. You'll feel the pain if you don't keep your defense up. Are you ready? Excellent.
A new warrior does battle with the beast.
Stone Immortal. Longsword.
That was an impressive beginning. Normally I'd have started... You've caught the eyes of the other fighter.
That really was a
Beating the ogre's nothing special.
Sometimes you don't even... One fight does not make a champion, though. Since you held your own against the ogre brute last time, I've got 4 boys from some school west of the city who've been bothering me for some tougher matches. It'll wow the crowd and teach them a lesson at the same time. Are you... Excellent.
Four students test their skills against one master.
Those boys won't be back anytime soon. Losing as a group to one opponent would shame a peasant, little... Han isn't a champion exactly, but he's solid enough that all fighters... I like hapless Han, personally. He never quits trying. Reminds me of a young...
Save it.
I want to hear... What? The crowd's starting to catch on to you. I'm going to have a roughly hewn statue hauled into the ring. Are you ready? Excellent.
Unyielding stone meets the press of time.
Legendary strike. Longsword. You are
Excellent work. You have bested time itself in destroying that statue. I think you're ready to face hapless Han. Are you ready? Excellent. Follow me and...
Can Silver Phoenix surpass Hapless Han and leave the qualifying division?
legendary strike.
Yes. Yes, he can.
You dealt with Han very well. I knew you would. All of our professional...
That will be enough. I bring you a message from my employer, Kailan the Serpent. He is The Serpent wants you to know that he is watching your progress very closely. He is most interested to see how you fare in the Bronze Division. Kui, you may breathe again.
Well, that... He has a distinct interest in the proceedings here. He is an ex-champion, you see. He retired some time ago, even before Raging Ox, who was the champion before the Ravager. Kylon couldn't. He has become a very important man. Lucky Cho is a thug, pure and simple, but he's very good at what he does. He's also a member of the Guild. Kylon oversees things here in the arena, and the Guild ensures that the authority... The Guild is the organization that controls... Between us, the Guild is also involved in more illicit activities. They are very sensitive about remaining an open secret. Many know about them, but few acknowledge that fact. Right now is a particularly dangerous time, as one of the leaders of the Guild has recently been inhumed. Kylon sees this as an opportunity. Do not discuss them openly. The Guild has many ears. You may ask some of the others in the arena about them if you wish, but I would not... For the sake of your career,
Well done! That fight was much better than... With all the pure water pouring from the palace, you'd think they might have learned how to make wine that didn't taste like goat piss.
Black Whirlwind, that is you. Are you back to...
No, just here visiting, and making sure nothing happens to your newest fighter.
So you won't be...
No, leave it alone, Kui. You know...
you travel in curious... I know him, yes, but I know better than to contravigate his wish. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for your entry into the Brown. You should talk to the other fighters here. They've been... It's just a matter of preparing the proper documents. Actually, that reminds me. A woman was here watching your fight against Hapless. Just before she left, she told me to tell my new fighter that she was still...
Oh, yeah.
Fascinating. How very... Fate may have robbed me of my sight at a young age, but I can still sense the energy within your meridians. Impressive, and yet somewhat... I don't know what it is about you exactly, but I would say you have been trained like no other warrior in this place. What I do know is that several of the techniques pioneered by what we call the new schools would have astonishing effects on one with your energy. Allow me a formal introduction. I am Dr. An, acupuncturist. You are one of the arena's contestants, are you not? But I should not prattle on. Of course.
My uncle saw a ghost while traveling in the south. I don't think I'll be traveling that way anytime soon.
Excuse me, out of my way. I've got to get these buns to the scholar.
I'm very sorry. Please accept my heart.
I seem to recall you rather enjoyed my, strutting.
Shush now. You'll offend the gods of decency. This poor traveler's like you to think that now then, after all the trouble...
Talk.
Ha! No time to talk, he says. The only time you're ever quiet is when you're eating one of my buns. Now be polite and answer.
We're members of the local traveling circus. I'm a fire eater and Lena is a juggler. We just sell buns on the side.
Junda! This buffoon of a man is Junda, and I am Lena, his... There is much to tell about the city, but we do need...
Why don't
you and the...
Welcome. Did someone from the Black Leopard School send you? Well, no matter. If you're looking for weapons, I have quite a good... Here you...
Onu yu wir napayir wok onu yu sayir ikuban.
Oh good, another fighter. Just what this city needs.
Hold on there. This way leads into the necropolis. Ghosts have been rising up everywhere in the Empire, I've heard. So many have come up in the necropolis. It would take an army of us to clear them out. We just warn people... Bad. Real bad. Monks used to go in every few weeks to clean out the ones who had risen. But lately it's become too much for them to handle. You look like a warrior. I'm sure you know that even if you disperse a ghost in combat, they leave the dead to their own, is what I say. Just block. Things have been bad over the past few, say 5 years. No one has any... All we know for sure is that they're not happy. Not happy at all. If you're still going...
Some of the finest items you'll ever find can be bought right here in the city. My father lived through the drought. He can attest to the marvelous change Emperor Sun Hai has brought to the Empire.
Your parentage is below average, and your ancestry is of questionable worth. You dress yourself in the manner of a common laborer. Nobody's paying any attention.
Keep trying, just as I instructed.
Your physique seems exceptional. Clearly you are a peasant. A noble could afford sloth. Your breath is like the wind of an ox. Your last meal... Your beliefs are superficial.
You are right to demand an explanation. Forgive my servant. I instructed him to find someone not distracted by mere insults, someone who would command respect. Your demand for justification of his arguments was admirable. You are exactly what we need. An outlander strolled into the city several days ago and now sits like a cormorant taking what he wants from the river of our hospitality. He balks at our attempts to calm him and answers requests for payment with strange coins of questionable value. The outlander is not a dignitary or traveling merchant. He is a parody of... So far, he has escaped the notice of any higher officials. Perhaps he was mistaken for an actor in a troupe. If he is reported, the Lotus Assassins will take notice. They'll want to know if he was... That's what's so infuriating. He doesn't respond to reason. He proposes challenges we don't understand, and then declares himself the... Several of our brightest have faced him, but as soon as they get the better of him, he sets off his strange firework. Normally, the peasants like it when we intellectuals are maligned, but they tire of his presence. I hope your ability matches your conviction. Several others have fallen short, despite their outrage at his antics. He is in the Scholar's Garden, and no amount of opposition...
All those nobles with fat purses.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. Of course, I could tell that just by looking at you. You have a very strong presence. As the Heavenly Lily, I am above suspicion, but I am restrained by fawning servants. Silk Fox can go anywhere, and people are not shy about their reactions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your Master Li to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, but I still don't believe he is Sun Li, the... Sun Li died 20 years ago. Everyone was told that he and Prince Qin, the third brother, fell defending the Empire. I discovered this looking through records for information on Death's Hand. Perhaps he tried to influence Sun Li and Sun Qin before corrupting my father. But it doesn't matter who your master is. I could take you to the palace, but Death's Hand controls what my father... A wise decision. His hold over my father is nearly absolute. But if we could show conclusive evidence of his crimes, my father would have to listen. I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would... Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty? There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking you. Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. Yes, I will have my people spread rumors of your interest. Once you pass the silver round, or if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Don Gowan. I will wait at your flyer. Or I could travel with you. A wise preference. No offense intended. Hello again. I enjoy our little chats, but I don't meet the Executioner in the arena, or... Did you like it? I thought you might want a little assist. I thank you for your courtesy. A woman always likes to hear. It is difficult for one of my rank to give gifts, even one so simple as what I gave you. The Imperial Palace holds many treasures. Besides, it was mine by birthright to do with as I wish. Must I always be dictated to by tradition? Sometimes I want what everyone else has, to be myself. And to be myself... Well, you're polite at least. Most noble. But the price I may pay for helping you could be greater still. I am destined... That will be meaningless if Death's Hand keeps his hold on my father's mind. I fear one day he may try to interfere with the Imperial succession. Or perhaps convince my father that he should be Emperor by marriage. You forget yourself. In any case, I would never allow Death's Hand such liberty. I would bite my own tongue before allowing that man to touch me. I'm sorry, I've ruined...
Well, look who we have here.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
Don't look at me, I can't do it.
We'll teach you to
Legendary strike!
Level.
Welcome, friend. The lecture won't be starting for... and I wouldn't worry about seating. Those interfering philosophers had made sure that very few people will be attending the lecture. Certainly. We can't learn without asking questions. Don't let the name fool you. There are fewer... The philosophers believe that the gods dictate everything from the rising of the sun. Of course, anyone who cares to look can see that the birds control the weather. I have a theory that the massive movements of birds in the autumn and spring actually cause... When birds fly south just before autumn, they cause the winds to change. And we get cold air from... It's really quite simple, but just try... I'm glad you asked. Today I will speak on my theories of... The basic principles are really quite simple. I deduced after lengthy study that clouds are full... When the weather is cool, you can clearly see small clouds escaping from people's mouths. Similar clouds form on the skin of people working strenuously in the cold. These clouds of breath rise up and collect near the tallest peaks, where it is... Don't get me wrong, I like most of the philosophers, but their strict adherence to aging traditions makes them very difficult. They're always preaching about peace and harmony. Really, we kill and subdue the creatures of this world in order that we can survive. Where's the peace in that? Can a man survive long enough without eating meat? What about the grains we use to make our bread, or the hides we use for any... Peace and harmony are wonderful ideals, but in nature only the strong survive, and they don't do it by being peaceful. Oh, so soon. All right then. I hope to see...
To attain peace, harmony, and balance is to discover true wealth.
Lost sip.
Hello there, traveler. Forgive my forwardness, but I noticed your arrival earlier while... I actually have a design for a new prototype flyer, and I hope to get funding to build it one day. The other scholars aren't interested in my... Me? Oh, I'm Scholar Zenyu. I'm one of the newer scholar elites. I was actually born in the poor quarter, but my uncle brought me here when I was only 10. He knew I would never have a chance at a real life unless I had some proper schooling. I've lived here with him ever... Now there's a question you don't hear very often. Not too many people like to talk about him. I'm not one to believe in superstitious nonsense, but I still wouldn't want to draw his attention. He's very powerful and very dangerous. Some people even suggest that he has gained some control over our honorable emperor. A city like this always has room, but I wouldn't believe any of that, just because the emperor hasn't been... The emperor is a wise and powerful man. How else could he have solved the drought so... It's true that he hasn't been seen much recently, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's not like the empire... Maybe he's just taking a rest from all the hard work he's done. I think they are just rumors. I haven't seen... Come to think of it, I'd prefer to spend my time and energy on...
Koni uk noia kup sa ia sisia su ukot. Pakeni wa kawane ya. Awut utko. Wasrafno sositu no ko ota napia. Wo kupketita sumpono. Sathwa kawi ia ithiak. Woso awi ia mi kutkosi wiwa ya. Wo no ya. Wokawe ya tanke ya nano wo ya wasonak. Uksa iespithuki ukoniero thakno. Uks kawa ia a ithino nahipi no feite. Koni uk no oif. Niwupa ia kupusa ia awath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak mi.
Is he?
Apia Shafia Uk. Our Utko wo Kokopia. Yo, we are.
Greetings, and welcome to the Scholar's Garden. I see by your accoutrements that you are not from the Imperial City. I hope your visit here is one of fulfillment and success. As sagacious Tien once said, more valuable than silk are new friends in a foreign land. As sagacious Tien once said, kind words and respectable attire are seldom a sign of true character. I am honored that you would ask me, though I must warn you. Perhaps I could explain the core principles of Tien's teaching. The teachings of sagacious Tien are very simple, but the implications are astoundingly. Also referred to as the way of the open palm and the way of the fist. One, harmony with the world comes from understanding your place in the world. An ant that believes it is a tiger will never achieve harmony. In other words, accepting your place in the world and using your skills accordingly is the optimal way of following the path of harmony. Discord is the other side of the coin. People who choose the path of discord seek their own advancement over everything else. These people will ignore the world and use whatever means necessary to raise themselves above their station. Sagacious Tien taught both harmony and discord to his students, for one cannot be fully known without the other. However, he himself followed the way of harmony. Sagacious Tien was the first emperor of the Jade Empire. He was a philosopher, and his teachings founded this great empire, though there was we do know that he brought peace to the people of the empire, and since that time, the harmony. As you
Let's go talk to John Cleese.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the...
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive...
Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontelbottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a... I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. Oh, what's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. Ah, you look quick with your fists, but I'll wager your head falls behind. The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit... Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you Can you now? Shall we put that to a test? I welcome the chance, but I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are... lacking. I've gone to great pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people... I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so... whoever you wish. These five, standing here. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. Then we'll see how you fare in combat.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. To do otherwise would only help the Outlander win in the long run. If he wants a true Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he... I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars... Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against. The best course is to appeal to the individual. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all. I wish you luck.
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are... The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Some arguments may win a... He is an insult to our accomplishments as a people. I don't care where he came from.
Ah, so you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges. Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain... Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another. Try not to dig a hole you can't get out of. If you can't get everyone to agree, remember, you need a...
The minister had me insult 34 people. Best answer before...
The planting season...
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to... I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as... Actually, you can sway scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously.
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Heng, and I will be... I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily... I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distinct. Good...
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare... Good. Don't want to set you off your game, but I thought we should ensure that the process was more entertaining than a simple checklist of virtue. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer.
Let's see.
The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed? I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you... Your understanding of what determines value... Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the neck! I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you. Well, a majority on your side, but the... Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sight. Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behavior. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant... And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up? Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare... I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of... Well, you are clearly in the minority. This will be the final topic. If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that a simple criticism, your ridiculous clothes. Not a... And why do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people... Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows... I could not expect a fair contest. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on... Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no... Frankly, I don't know what you... What? Good! Let's get... I envy you. You're about to experience... There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be...
Stone Immortal!
Longsword! Bloody hell! Tonic! Bloody hell! You will fall here!
That was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I suppose I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure... Regardless, you have beat... Well, there's no other thing for it. Intended or not, you've earned a reward from me. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
Quite clear.
Here, a bauble I found with a nice weight. It was wasted on some roadside beater. The locals acted as though I'd relieved... I just don't... Right, Percival, fluff my travel...
You have secured a great victory for the Empire. The Outlander has to respect us.
You have completely routed the...
A well-fought victory against that Outlander buffoon. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is Your service is a...
The contest is over and you performed flawlessly.
A triumph all around. This Outlander...
Awukate year wa na pa year uk for Akir sanwi ni fayi wa wir waka wir isono ni fayiter of Ike kir ki uk nik kup kitro sa irwu stak kitno uk yo wir kwan sunur no ku wu ifu wir so wir tatasi ni siso ir ka wikawar ir roren Usa irsa we apihira ninu siso irtiuth. Ike kir pir inni tino wir nonni apa tara wo kawar nif. Wawo wir shaksi ir kawir onk ni siso ir akuwu uksunti wawo wir shaksi. Sunur no ku wu ifu wir so wir tatasi ni siso ir ka wikawar ir roren krons niwu no yir wa yir uk sakwanerko uk nik ni siso ir ni siso
Yay. Save it. I think I'm done for the night. My back is killing me. So, game 5.